seem cliche at this point, but how would that further the language? I tell you, you got the chops, kid, but are you really committed? What wouldn't you give to know that it is possible to change the world? What if the only world that changes is the one inside your own head? He put a hand on each of my shoulders after finishing the blade work, commanding the stars in my eyes to swift understanding. He spins on his heels and leaves the room, pulling at his good ear as he goes.
Y'all make some noise for Millie.
I Millie rock on any block.
Except the gentrified ones.
We don't rock on those.
I like that.
Yeah. So let me make this announcement, but before people start ducking out, there was a request in the public chat that the performers, the poets tonight, you can share your IG handles. People want to go follow y'all. People want to make friends. People want to see your work, catch up with what you're doing, know where you're going to be virtually appearing in the future, know if you got books, if you got merch, if you got things going on in your life, they want to support you. So drop your IG handle in the public chat over wherever it is on your screen. Okay? All right. And coming up next on deck, let's have Addie Lugo on deck. But coming up next, I already let them know, Aaron, please come to the screen.
Let's see if it'll let me here. Oh, don't look like it. Oh no!
We can't see your beautiful face. At least let's hear your beautiful voice.
Okay, cool. So, fun fact about this, I had literally just remixed it right now. So yeah. I guess it was temporary, or maybe it was just love wasted. Your lips touching mine, and that sense of love feels like it will be everlasting. But it seems like relationships are never lasting, at least not mine. My demeanor can pull you in like a sweet smell of perfume. But don't get it confused, because this girl right here will make you fall too. But it hurts to know that nobody cares. It's crazy to see others getting the hoes and gotta go searching for the ones who are worth it. Funny, right? Yeah, I like it. Who doesn't? But how would you feel if someone made you feel worthless or even done some things? This heart has taken a beating. Talk about a bruised aorta. It's painful. I have been hurt enough. I can't take it anymore. Simple fact is if you wanted to see me hurt, you got it. You wanted to stab me in my chest, I'm standing here bleeding. Just know I'm sitting here waiting for something worth my time and not gonna waste it. Something that isn't gonna leave me like a child leaves a toy to go for another one that someone else is playing with. Someone who is there for me. Someone who gives me a reason to let anyone love me. Someone who will do anything to keep me smiling. Someone who won't make me regret picking them as my next. Someone who is not you. It hurts. I was stupid, now I'm smart. I have someone who makes me smile without trying. Someone who wakes from a deep sleep just to say I love you. Someone who cares and is teaching me how to love again because you made me afraid to. But you taught me a lesson about not finding love in hopeless places. I made sacrifices for you. Spent my last on you. Asked for money for you. Went against my mom for you, and I'm still kicking my own ass for that. I'm not searching for acceptance. I got my respect for my lifestyle. But you can't say anything bad about me, but you and I were literally water and oil. A 95-5, and the 5 was you. It sucked. But I'm going to thank you for hurting me, because now someone is loving me more and better than you ever have. Thank you.
Yes.
Find me somebody to love. We'll make some noise for Aaron.
Thank you.
See, Henslow, that's the next thing we need to organize is a virtual Southern Fried karaoke night.
I mean, oh man.
Oh, that shit would go hard. I gotta say, Aaron, we have this chant that we do here in San Antonio at the Blah Poetry Spot whenever somebody's a fuck shit in love relationships, and it's fuck that person, fuck that person, fuck that person. So that's for you.
I'm saying it to this day. It's all good.
It used to be fuck that guy, but then we had people writing, poems about, whack-ass women in relationships, and then it was like, fuck that person. Let's just non-gender that. Who did I say was coming next? Oh, yeah. All right. On deck is Alex Liu, I think. He's still here. He's got a little clock above his head that he might still be here. So Alex Liu is on deck, but coming back onto this virtual screen, one and only Addie Lugo. Where you at? Where are you at? Fuck them folk. Ooh, I like that, Teresa. Fuck them folk. All right, Addie Lugo!
Hi!
There we go.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll share my Instagram in the comments. I don't really have much right now, but so some of you might have heard this one, but it's one of my favorites. By and by. I am biracial, which for me means that I'm half white and I'm half Latina. And I'm bisexual, which means I'm half. That's not really how that works, but I'm bi and I'm bi, which basically means I'm confused. Squared. If I had a fragrance, it would be called. If I had an ice cream flavor, it would be M&M's and Skittles, like tasting the rainbow, but unpleasant. And if I had a movie title, it would be called Fast and the Bi-Curious. That shit's too hard to decide. My bi and bi is a Punnett square. And on, like that thing you draw for biology class, you get it? Okay, whatever. For biology class, and it's like a 2x2 square that indicates the combinations of genes that are possible. And so on the right side of the square, I'm a white straight girl named Ailey. And on the left side of the square, I'm a queer Chicana named Xiomara. But then I think about what's dominant, what's recessive, what steps forward and what steps back, depending on what space I'm in. Like, I'm not bi and bi all the time. We all just want to find a square to fit in. My first girlfriend said I was halfway out the closet. Couldn't see the door, was shut behind me. She said I was half of what she wanted, a glass half empty, half full. Either way, I wasn't enough for her. She said that I stunk of straight, that I was something that she never wanted, stunk up straight, that I had to scrub out of my skin, something I never knew what was wrong with me. And my first boyfriend said my gringa accent was so cute, that my whiteness was peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth, and that I was wrong for somehow finding it sweet. And yes, he loved that I had been with other women before, but glad I had found my side, as if there was a war to be won. I knew he was just fighting with himself, because I was brown enough for him to bring home, but white enough to wash out his future children, give them a fighting chance. What are you really fighting for? And you might think that bi and bi sounds like an even churning, like I would be glad to meet someone who is the same combination, but I just wonder if we're summing each other up. Questioning if we're that perfect ratio of identity that we've all aspired to but know will never be, because bi and bi sounds so even, but really it's oil and water, and brown and queer will always float to the surface, but sometimes it seems like the whiteness, the water, is holding it up. And have you ever seen the sheen of it? How beautiful. Oil looks floating in the sunlight, but strike a match and see if you want to dive into that ring of fire. So yeah, I'm bisexual and biracial, but I'm not a science experiment. I'm not an equation, and I'll never treat you like one. If I had a if I had a movie title, it would be called something cute, like By the Way. If I had a ice cream flavor, it would be Rainbow Sorbet because I forgot to buy Lactaid. And if I had a fragrance, it would be called Bye Bitch because I don't smell like shit for anybody. I am Latina, like it or not. I'm not questioning. I'm queer. I'm a woman worth wondering about, and I am not half of something. I am double or nothing. I know.
Addie Lugo.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to see the Fast and the Bi-Curious. I want to see that.
Addie Lugo, y'all, with the graphs and the charts and just like taking this virtual thing to the next level.
Taking it to the next level, next level, next level, next level.
My nerdy little heart of hearts is so happy.
By the way, I like.
By the way, next time, if you have like an Excel spreadsheet to just explain all that, I would be so happy. Make it a shareable Google Docs.
I'm so ready for that, like, TED Talk.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to collaborate on a poem, and we're going to do it virtually via Google Docs and create a group piece that way. That's what's going to happen. All right? It's going to happen.
So ready.
All right. So, moving on. Two more poets and a little open mic on deck to close us out is going to be Caramel Poet, but coming back onto this virtual screen, y'all make some noise, y'all get excited. Alex Lou, where you at? Come back on the screen. There we go. Clap, make some noise, do a little dance. It's Alex Lou. You're muted. You gotta unmute yourself, friend.
Can't hear you, buddy. We can't hear you.
Let's see if we can.
Alex, maybe try one thing. Alex, go to settings, and maybe you can try to reinitialize voice. We can maybe